Hello and welcome back. We have finished the theory of functions, at least the first part of functions. We saw how to define functions, how to call them, what is a return value, what is scope, how do we define docstrings, and we learned this. Now it is time to solve the quiz questions. I hope you tried to quiz by yourself. Now we will do the solutions together. So go to Jupyter Lab and 10 questions quiz for functions 1. Let's do the solutions. Question number 1. Define a function that prints hello world. The function name is first function. I will define it def first function. It will not take any parameters, so it will be empty parentheses. The only thing it will do is to print hello world, and if I run this, it prints hello world. Okay. Question number 2. Define a function named say hello that takes two string parameters. We will assume these parameters to be separate names, name1 and name2. Function will concatenate these names with and it will print hello name1 and name2. For example, hello Clark Kent and Superman. Hint: use string format. In each question in the quizzes, I will give you some hints to be able to, for you to be able to search for and look for the solution while you are doing the quiz, solving the quiz. Okay, def say hello, it will take name1 and name2 as two parameters. Now what it will do, first it will concatenate the names. Let me do it. Let's say this is the first way. I will concat the names as it will start as hello, then add name1 plus name2 and it in between names and plus name2. That's the concatenated string. Now I will print this. Print concat. Okay, now if I call this, it will run exactly what I expect, but I didn't use string dot format. We were expected to use string dot format. So let's leave this here as first way, and make this as command line, and now do this in the second way. I will define the same function, say hello, again name1 parameters, name2, and now what it will do, it will print. Inside the print, it will do string format. How we use string format we will see in detail later on, but till then in many cases we will have to use string format. So we write a string. For string format, first we have to have a string. This is my string hello. Now this is placeholder. Inside this string I put curly braces, and now as you see it changed its color as green. So it is the first placeholder. I will put here a variable later on, and this is the second placeholder. This is the, now this string will be concat, and I will say format. Here is name1 is the first variable and name2 is the second variable. What string format will do, it will take the first argument here, the first parameter, to the first place where I put 0 in curly braces. Here you will see name1, and in the second place in curly braces it will put the second parameter. So if I run this again, you will see it will print exactly the same thing. This is how we use string.format. This is a string.format is used in this way. We will do it a lot in this course, so please keep in mind. Question number 3. Define a function that asks user to enter his or her name. This function will print as hi name. Hints: to get the input from user, we use input function. This is built-in function in Python. We will use this function. Okay, now let's define the function. This is function name, def function. It will not take any parameters because it will ask the user for input. How do we ask for input? With input function, it waits. Input function waits for enter. By the way, let me write this. And name, I will write the input. It will give me a text, and it will return me a text from the console, and I will take this text and give it a name of name. Now I will write as please enter your name. Whenever the user enters something and press enter key on his keyboard, I will get this and it will return me the text, and I will take this text and put it into name. That's all I will do. And then it continues, by the way, the program continues after pressing enter. After pressing enter. So after I got the name, I can go on here and I will print here as hi and curly braces, and I will put here again my variable, and I will use string.format, and now I will put name. As you see, I got the name via input function from the user. Then I used string.format in print function, and string.format will put this variable in the first placeholder, which is here. So it will say hi and what the user text is entered. Let's say I entered my name, Musa Arda, and if I press enter, he says hi Musa Arda. Another, let's say I enter here Python coding, it will say hi Python coding. Okay, question number 4. Define a function taking 3 parameters as integers. Function will return the maximum of these 3 numbers. Add a docstring also for this function. Hence, Python has max built-in function. We will use this max function. Okay, now let's define our function. This below is the function call, and the name of the function is getMax. So let's define it. Define getMax. It will take three numbers, num1, num2, and num3. These are our parameters, and it asks us to enter a docstring. I push 3 times to double quotes, and now I will enter the function documentation here. This function, by the way, I don't have to put a tab here. This function gets 3 numbers and selects the maximum. That's what it will do. Parameters int num1, num2, num3, and the function returns value from Python's max function. Whatever Python's max function will give us, we will return to the user. So get the maximum first. Get the maximum via max function, and I will call it as maximum. Please keep in mind that we don't name our parameters with the same name as built-in types or functions. In Python, it will crash. It will cause a name clash. So please avoid doing this. So maximum, I changed the name to maximum just to avoid this name clash. Maximum is max. Now this is function of num1. It takes arbitrary parameters and give you the maximum of these, whatever you enter there. So it will give me the maximum. I got it, and now I will return the maximum back. How do we return? We just write return and maximum. So that's all about the function. Let's call the function. Let me close this first. Now max number is I will call this function getMax with three numbers, 4, 82, 19, which is the maximum one is 82. Then I will print. If I run this, as you see, I got the right answer here. So also I want to print a docstring for this function. Let me show you also this one. If I write a docstring, you will see it gives me the function, and this one also here is the documentation only with double underscores. Okay, that was question number 4. Question number 5, it says define a function that takes a string parameter. Function will remove spaces at the beginning and at the end of the string. Then it will convert the string into lowercase. Okay, hints. To remove spaces, we use strip function. To make lowercase, we use lower function. So this is the function name, by the way. Let's solve it. Strip and lower, it will take a parameter as text. Let's say now first it will strip. What does strip do? It removes spaces from beginning and end, and this it will give me a new text. I will name it as removed, and removed will be whatever this strip function gives us. How do we call the strip function? First we have to write our string, because our text, because strip is a string function. We will see later in details string functions. So I write my string text dot strip. Now it will strip this text, it will remove the spaces and give me the new text without spaces, and I name this as removed. Before going further, let me print this removed. Let's see what it does. Okay, now this is the function call. I have a txt here which has spaces before it and after it, at the end and in front, at the beginning. So I will call this function and give this txt. I will take the returned value as final txt, but now I didn't return anything. It will just print the removed. Let's see what it prints. If I run this, as you see, it printed the removed text, which is this one. Since I didn't return anything, this is none and it prints none. I can close this just to avoid that none. So as you see, the function, it removed and it worked. It removed the spaces and it printed. So here is okay. Now the next thing is to make this lowercase. Now I will make this lowercase. Lower is another string function. It converts text into lowercase, and I will call this, since it's a text function, again string function, again I will call it as lower after the string name, which is removed. So it will return me a new text, a new string, and I will call it as lowercase string, lowercase. So I called lower function on the removed string, this one, and it gave me a new string, and I call this new string as lowercase. Now I will return the result, return the final string, return lowercase. And now if I run this, as you see, it will first remove the spaces, then it will convert it into lowercase and it will return, and I will take that return value as final text and I will print. So if I print that, as you see, all the spaces are gone, the beginning spaces and ending spaces are gone, and all the text is in lowercase, as you see. Okay, I think we should stop here for the first 5 questions of quiz. In the next quiz, we will move on with the 6th question. Join me there.